What's up, everyone? NML here, presenting another episode of L2R Discovery. So for today, we'll be going to the Ivory Tower Catacombs Laboratory, which is like the for slaughter site. It's actually a PvP dungeon. That's the red font for the name. So for this area, it actually requires you to be at level 182, and although this says it actually requires you to be at 660k CP, it's actually much higher, like this dungeon over here, the slaughter site. And let's also read through the title or the overview of this dungeon. So the Ivory Tower Wizard Laboratory. Okay, let's try that again. Sorry. So the Ivory Tower Wizard Laboratory, as well as its place of sealing, the human test subjects are used to study the Nebulite still roam around. So I think this wizard here has some kind of connection with the Dark Brotherhood. But anyway, let's go in and see what we have here. So before we proceed with the tour, let's first see the denizens of this place. There's actually quite a lot of them. And here we are. We have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11. 11 bosses in total for this area, ladies and gentlemen. So let's see here. Yeah, let's actually... Yeah, barely had any time to core farm here since it's a freaking maze. It's actually one of the biggest map there is. So my guess is, compared to the other dungeons, the slaughter site and the dragon cave depths, this is actually a really huge map. So I guess it's like their first test PvP dungeon, since there's actually a lot of place to cover for this area. So my guess is, for Netmarble, they want to maybe encourage more PvP fighting in the dungeon. That's why they reduced the later maps to be the small area that we saw right now for the slaughter site and the dragon caves. So anyway, let's just do a quick tour right now. So let's first start with of course, the Grand Kind buff that is present in all PvP dungeons as always, and apparently, looks like someone's already been here and already took the buffs, and like I mentioned, the buff is around 30 minutes average. Haven't actually timed it myself, so let's just leave it at that. So we'll be going, like always, we're going in a clockwise direction from here, 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 then finally here. So for this area, usually per area, it's actually divided by, or it's actually, let's see, what's the word I'm looking for? Occupied, there we go, or territorials by 2 sets of mobs. For this one, we have the Twisted Assistant, and practically almost all mobs here, they actually drop the core. And like any PvP dungeon, the boss is sitting in action, actually. So the boss here is actually Edwin. And apparently someone's already been killing on the place. So looks like for this area, it's an exception. There's only one set of mob here. So let's just move on to the next part. So let's go here. I think this is where the Crocolis or whatever the basilics are located. Yep, it is. Okay. So they're level 254, and don't let the level fool you. Okay, let's grab this treasure first. So don't let the level fool you if you try to hit one of them. Come on, hit me. See that? That's nearly like another 10% of my health. So if you believe the 600k CP requirement, well, tough break for you. You can get wrecked here before you can even reach my level or so. Anyway, let's just move on to the next part that we've been here. Let's go now here. Excuse me. So let's just ignore this mob that will be passing by here. Never mind, there's none. So we have here some Dark Brotherhood Guardians, which is, well, there's the boss. Well, not gonna fight him without the Grand Kind buff, since they, as you can see, the regular mob like that Crocolis we've just fought just took out nearly 10% of my health, so same can be said about these mobs. So there's actually an implication that the Dark Brotherhood has been here, so yeah, that's where they are right now. Anyway, let's just do some treasure hunting while we're at it. And looks like someone's also looted the place already, so tough break for us. Like this gentleman over here. And yeah, no other treasure in the area, so that's it. So let's just move on to the next part. Let's go now over here. So we have now the Dark Brotherhood Investigator. And that's how there's an investigator with the Dark Brotherhood. But anyway, let's try to see if the boss is up. There he is, in Slima. Should I fight that one? Nah, never mind. Maybe we'll do it later. For now, yeah. For these kind of mobs, this is actually my most mobs that I'd rather not fight myself, since they're casters and they're actually one of the hard-hitting spellcasters in the game. So I'd rather not fight them in any way, whether it's a weekly or daily quest. And moving on to the next arrow, you have here some more zombies. So nothing but zombies here, but there's actually 2 sets of magical mobs in this area. But for leveling for this place, not recommended. Otherwise, they can just chunk through your health without any problems. And yep, this is a PvP dungeon. So feel free to gank at your own will. And there it is. Let's see if we can chase him. So that's actually what the Grand Kind's buff looks like. And looks like he's doing his own farming. So let's just leave him alone for now. Otherwise, there's a chance he might gank you. So let's just peace out of here. Well, at least he has the buff. Otherwise, well, and who knows, maybe I might gank him myself. Anyway, let's move on to the next part. So here, I think I saw a treasure here. Okay, there is. So let's just grab that real quick. And our friend is calling us, but well, we'll talk to him a little bit later. For now, on with the tour. So these are the one of the 2 magical areas here. So let's see if the boss is up right here. There he is. Yeah, let's kill that boss instead. So let's switch to our magic set and kill. Dang it. We pulled some extra. So that's our problem again with these mobs. They're actually, well, they want a piece of you, that's for sure. And since this boss is really too huge, it's kind of hard to cleave through these other bosses, so you really need to reposition yourself, like so. And of course, there's also a risk of you getting more mobs, and see that mob over there? It's actually not hitting them, so let's just move further here. Ooh, nice, soul crystals. There we go. So as you can see, like any PvP dungeon mob, if you get the killing blow, you actually get some bonus like any bosses. So people here are usually, or maybe at least not in our region, they tend to gank you. They kill the player first, then kill the boss to get the killing blow. Those kinds of things. But right now, well, I guess most of us know each other here, so we don't kill each other, and we have some kind of mutual respect, if you will, for these mobs. So if you kill the mob, they'll just leave you alone usually. Otherwise, well, you get the message. They'll gank you. So, moving right along, let's just leave them alone here. So for our place, since we're quite a small population server, we just leave them alone as usually. Otherwise, chances are people just retaliate against you. So I think we're at the last part already. Yes, we are. Okay. So as you can see here, there's actually more mobs surrounded by bosses or surrounded by minions. So I don't like fighting these kinds of mobs. So moving right along, this is the last magical set creatures of the area. And so far, let's just see. Sending the boss again here. Trasus, okay. So let's see if he's up. Here we are. And yep, doesn't look like he's up right here. So that's the last set of magical mobs in this area. Do elite mobs drop scraps? Yes, they do. Actually, almost all mobs actually drop the scraps, but also for these bosses, there's also a chance for you to get some bonus scraps. Namely, I think it's around 30 unconfirmed scraps if you kill them. Otherwise, you can get anywhere from attribute stone, limit breakstones, or even scraps, depending on how lucky you are. So this place will be pretty popular if you have the elite gear. So I guess this is another notch for the elite gear versus red gear debate. So there's only 2 magical creatures here for one of the. In a sense, this is actually still a end content dungeon for the patch 260. So we have 2 mobs against 9, or 2 magical creatures against 9 elite mobs. So yep, hands down, elite gear is still the recommended for the patch 260. So there you have it, Reddit. So the myths are already, well, confirmed or whatever. Elite gear is the way to go here for the meantime. Otherwise, once your elite gear is maxed out, then feel free to upgrade your elite gear. And also, since this is a PvP dungeon, always be ready to have your elite mechanical skills here, since you need to swap out quickly from your elite set to your PvP set for those kinds of encounters. But for now, that concludes our tour for this area. So hope you enjoyed this segment, and this is NML again, and have a good one, guys. See ya.